Assalamualaikum. My name is Abul Kalam. I am student. Ara Hasgori ARC, the European Rohingya Council, Arfwati, the Swedish Rohingya Association or founder Isabe. Beshi mehnat goriore. Yara utyo both area parliament or gotore. A student organization of Ara Behavi meeting of Gozi. The Hailazi Chiswa Gozi meeting Hibar Mozwa Childe Arkanam Maze Rohingya genocide. Hibare Kanguru Kai. The Yanam Maze Ara Beshavish Ara the support Goji. Areas Ziba Green Party as a Hibar group leader Mehmet Kaplan. Here by the areas Ziba Liberal Party as a Hibar parliament member Mr. Roger Haddad Yarbade Arare Arhodun Endilla Burma donor Zine Burmare Endilla Gurier that's develop Gorde Zengurivare education lawyer Bade technical support lawyer expertise lawyer Hasguri Hedabutore the Swedish International All Parliament National Foundation Zibaye Onsansuchire 2006 maze All Parliament National Peace Prize diye hereby de Arugwa Burma Committee Ziba Burma responsible Harugwa Komar hereby de Muslim Swedish Muslim for Justice bole ho tara hereby de Swedish Freedom yani Swedish for Freedom Yagwa Party Hendilla Ara Takriban Sowa Party Fuati Dolaguri or ARC Mehnut Gori Tarani Parliament of Mazibekunur Boagarai Haila the meeting of Zihibar Asol Mozwa Childiki Tuara Europe has Gori Sweden Zin Yani financial support Burmare Goror in Tuara Honosharai Sarakyala Goror.
The first speaker today is Abul Kalam from the Swedish Rohingya Association, who will give a short background to the current situation in Rakhine State and also give a short definition of the Rohingyas as an ethnic group. After that, British Edman from Civil Rights Defenders will talk about the crisis from a human rights perspective. Tun Kim from the Burmese Rohingya organizations in the UK will then give a short presentation on the EU response to the crisis since 2012 and the attacks against NGOs as well as the recent massacres of Rohingyas in Rakhine State. After that, the Swedish Burma Committee will show a short video from Sitwe in Rakhine State. Our final speaker will be Silmar Ang, who is a former political prisoner and a democracy activist based in Rangoon. We are also pleased to have Mohammed Ibrahim from the European Rohingya Council here today from Germany. And after that we will leave about 30 minutes for questions and answers. And since we have very short time and many speakers, we ask you to save your questions until after the presentation. Thank you. Abul Kalam, I give the floor to you.
Respected member of the Parliament, Mr. Mehmet Kaplan, Rohingya Haddad, and all the participants in the hearing program. This hearing session going to focus about the current situation in Arakan, Burma, and especially the situation of the Rohingya people living in Arakan, but also bring up to the issue of human rights, in particular question concerning some minority people who are different religion than the prevailing Buddhist religion. I myself am a Rohingya. Who is the Rohingya? Rohingya is a Muslim community living in Afghanistan state. We are nowadays 1.5 million people are living as exile. In other countries, 1 or 2, I cannot say exactly how much. So 1 or 2 million people living inside the country. So I want to say first, everybody, hello, assalamu alaikum, Ingaba. My name is Abul Kalam. I am founder of the Swedish Rohingya Association and also working for European Rohingya Council with the responsibility mainly as a development and welfare secretary. The current situation of the Arakan today is very bad. Since large scale of violence broken out in 2012, hundreds of people have been killed and hundreds of thousands of displaced. 140,000 people living in IDP camps and 70,000 people displaced from home and living in unincorporated areas. Close to all the Rohingya villages, often in jungle areas where they survive by help of other Rohingya villagers. Still many people are fleeing the country to escape the persecution that alerts of everywhere now and there. Then when the houses and villages burn down and people are even killed, people fleeing by crossing the fishing boat to Bangladesh, Thailand, Indonesia and other countries, they are dying, growing on the way, and if they reach their destination, they are often treated with very brutality, imprisoned and taken as free labor. The crew of Thai fishing boat and then is held there or taken on the job. This is a tragedy beyond compare. It was recently conducted a census in the country in many ways, both desirable and necessary, and with a promise from the Myanmar government that it would be conducted according to international standards with approved and properly regulation. The census was partially financed by countries such as Sweden, as one of the major funders have been paid 49 million Swedish krona. The implementation and the result of the census have been heavily criticized, including by the UK and US, because it has created and fueled tremendous conflict. As for Rohingya, not allowed to register as a Rohingya, but the only option was to call themselves Bengali. Those who refused to write Bengali, the authorities punished them in many areas where the media was absent. There is hatred. What has happened so far is unknown. When the census just completed, what will happen, we do not know that. There is a reason to Sweden raises its assistance. We association with Burma on our agenda has to early stage raise the issue with both Swedish International Development Agency and the Foreign Ministry and warn of the possible consequences of bad completed census. Still, we are not, we don't get any feedback from them. Sweden also has a large aid budget allocated to Burma during the next 3 years, up to 750 million Swedish krona. In light of this sustainable SIDA, the Swedish International Development Authority budget to Myanmar, it should once again be present that we require the country to behave in a way to that it deserves our support and help, both financially and with expertise in different areas. So far, well, Myanmar hardly meet even a minimum of the criteria you can say for a country on the road to democracy, at least not as well as for Rohingyas. The Swedish International Development Authority money springlet over Burma should also be allocated to initiative in Arakan province, and in general I would again insist that Sweden really requires that Myanmar government that they must make themselves deserving of the money they receive free from us, I mean from Sweden. Otherwise, I would like to request the Swedish authority should reduce its aid efforts. The regime's attitude toward non-Burmese and non-Buddhist ethnic and religious groups are strongly based by a fascist mentality because of nationalist aspirations from the centuries in Europe in Burmese This can be summarized as Amwata Tatana. It means one race, one language, one religion. The event that took off in 2012 was strongly influenced by the Buddhist monk Viratu propaganda to clean out the Muslim in Rakhine State. He also appeared to have a strong support for the unhealthy nationalistic and Islamophobia tendencies of the Burmese regime, which clearly stated whether they consider the Rohingya people will leave Rakhine province and go to Bangladesh or any other country where they belong. Through Swedish aid to Myanmar, so we support such an approach if we are not very sharply and clearly pronounce our criticism that this is completely unacceptable. Our aid should perhaps be conditional, otherwise it will lead to draw in. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Abul Kalam. You were mentioning a little bit about the situation for the Rohingyas in Burma. There are over 140,000 IDPs. Currently, there's also many refugees living outside IDP camps in very difficult conditions. Sweden has been supporting the census in Burma that has been very criticized for being discriminatory against the Rohingyas. And Abul Kalam asked the questions, why hasn't the Swedish government demanded respect for the Rohingyas' human rights as a condition for foreign aid? I will now give the floor to Ritis Edman from Civil Rights Defenders.
And he was a friend. He was Maya Wender Hokukore. Yani Baramada Kiki got the him for you. Tiana Mother Ibrahim by Zibai, media secretary Arbade, Adbishi active. He was well good Jiniki. Arkana Mother to it as a Musulman or has the Rohingya my Mandala Kigachos. He was Lajava Hogi, he by Hodeki and Ilaswana, Job Dinavario, Ara for a Burma, my Mandala Kuri. The Anakana development, Tarada say, Ara Notakile Tarada said a Mojana Marizar Gui. Handilla Haru Gua meeting of Madara Udir, a Hona meeting or Noshuri. Handla Horuga meeting at Chi. Hiba Mazio Tarada Sara Honilla Mokanodi. To Asal Mozu, Kiawa to Arada say Endilla Shorayat Loyerdo, Shoray Saranodi, and a mother meeting Hotomabade, Muktaleb TV Ola Muktaleb channel Ola Kotarache, Tara recording with Tara documentary banner, to Amanusha Ziba Swedish International Development Agency Ziba Director say the job that they Aratianda say Shorayat Loyedir. Aratianda say Ziba United National Development Population Fund say Taradi. Are Onnotiazin di Iba I hope are Motlopedic Ziba Census Ladiva. Onnotiazin di UNFP Yani United National Development Fund di Tina Kala Thara analyze Goriba, the Honaguri Gorivian Tarazim Madari. Yana Madata Ladase, Arabisha Gorir, Kala Gokomoratam Goriviano. And the Arayan responsible Arazim Sati and the Samariza Imurian Paraluada Gurir, and the Ara UNFP Arba Marbutore, Zin organization of Kalas Tara Bekun Lure agreement lawyer the Sarati and the Yum, and not the Yum, Yanaka non development, Taya will go to the Onyoba and Zetara, Europe or Nomulumadia. So a message Morcale Ara Arvijanama Zavalla. There is a Begune, Zezaduramaza, so Nomulukomaza has Gori. Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ithara to Arada say pressure dalo, Zetara Burma full support gore, Kala Thara Nizaro. Benefit Allah, Nizar Fidala got the thing. One of Burma Fidala, Yato Komor Fidala got the Kala Harazona, Nizar Fida to other Bayan. There's a Latumara, Echisan, Harmulokoma, Zeze Duramaza, Islamic country, Christian country, Buddhism, and that's Tumara, Iba. Fight Iba Goro, Tia Dodi, Tia Inloy, Ara Mancher Maradi, Kala education sector door, Ara Fuente education Navar, healthcare door, Ara Fuente Ikina, the medicine Navar, Doctor Navar, Kesu Navar, to Tuana Tia in Kelador. In Ara Hitara Nohodia Lahita Utarayo, Rasabaye, Lebala, Idara di Bala Rasabai, Kalhashual Job. Tiana Ashakuriti, Tuara, Harmulukomazi, Ibadaso, camping Goro, Tia Iba Kanguri Boguri, had the should fight. Assalamu alaikum.